Right now, your diesel engine is producing a substance that's quietly destroying your DPF, contaminating your engine oil, and setting you up for repair bills that will make you question every driving decision you've made for the past year. I'm talking about soot, that black powdery substance that diesel engines produce during combustion. And the worst part? Almost every diesel car owner is unknowingly doing things every single day that create 10 times more soot than necessary. These aren't obvious mistakes. They're normal driving habits that feel completely harmless. Some of them even seem like good fuel economy practices. But for diesel engines with DPF systems, these common behaviors are the difference between a filter that lasts 200,000 kilometers and one that clogs at 80,000. Make sure to watch till the end because I'll reveal the single biggest soot-producing habit that nearly 90% of diesel car owners do without realizing it. And stopping this one thing could extend your DPF life by years. Let's start by understanding what diesel soot actually is, because you can't avoid a problem you don't understand. Diesel soot is made up of tiny carbon particles, smaller than 0.1 microns, that form during incomplete combustion in your engine. When diesel fuel doesn't burn completely, the carbon atoms clump together into these microscopic particles that exit through your exhaust. In older diesels without DPF systems, this soot went straight into the atmosphere as that characteristic black smoke. Modern diesel cars have DPF filters that trap these particles, preventing them from polluting the air. That's good for the environment, but it creates a new problem. All that soot has to go somewhere, and it's accumulating in your DPF. Here's why this matters. Your DPF has limited capacity. As soot accumulates, it restricts exhaust flow, causes back pressure, reduces engine performance, and triggers regeneration cycles to burn off the buildup. But regeneration isn't perfect. Some soot remains, ash accumulates, and over time, your DPF progressively clogs. The rate at which your DPF clogs depends almost entirely on how much soot your engine produces. And how much soot your engine produces depends almost entirely on how you drive. Now let's look at the specific driving behaviors that create excessive soot, starting with the worst offender. Mistake number 1, short trips without letting the engine warm up properly. This is the soot production champion, the absolute worst thing you can do to a diesel engine. You start your cold diesel, drive 5 kilometers to work, shut it off. Later, you start it cold again. Drive 3 kilometers to the shops, shut it off. Every trip is under 10 minutes, and your engine never reaches full operating temperature. Here's what happens during these short trips. When your diesel engine is cold, fuel atomization is poor. The injectors spray fuel, but the cold combustion chamber doesn't vaporize it properly. Much of the fuel burns incompletely, producing massive amounts of soot. Your engine management system tries to compensate by running rich, injecting extra fuel to ensure the engine runs smoothly. This extra fuel also burns incompletely, creating even more soot. At the same time, your DPF can't regenerate because exhaust temperatures never get high enough. So all this excess soot accumulates with no way to burn it off. Do this pattern for months, and you can produce more soot in 5,000 kilometers of short trips than someone doing 20,000 kilometers of highway driving. Your DPF clogs rapidly, regeneration attempts become more frequent, and eventually you're facing forced regeneration or DPF replacement. The numbers are stark. Studies show that diesel engines produce 5 to 10 times more soot during the first 5 minutes of operation than they do once fully warm. If all your trips are under 10 minutes, you're spending most of your driving time in this high soot production phase. The solution isn't to stop driving short distances. It's to combine trips when possible and take a longer drive at least once a week. 130-minute highway drive per week can offset a week's worth of short trip soot production by allowing proper regeneration. Mistake number 2, excessive idling, especially when cold. Many diesel car owners start their car and let it idle for 5 to 10 minutes to warm up, especially in cold weather. This seems sensible. Let the engine warm up before driving, protect it from cold start wear. But modern diesel engines produce massive amounts of soot during extended idle. At idle, there's minimal airflow through the combustion chamber, combustion temperatures are low, and fuel doesn't burn completely. Soot production at idle can be 3 to 5 times higher than during normal driving at the same temperature. Your engine warms up much slower at idle than it does under light load. That 10-minute warm-up idle means 10 minutes of high soot production. If you instead started driving gently after 30 to 60 seconds, your engine would reach operating temperature faster and produce far less soot in the process. The myth that diesel engines need long warm-up periods comes from old mechanical diesels from the 1980s, 1990s. Modern common rail diesels are designed to be driven almost immediately after starting. 30 to 60 seconds of idle to let oil circulate is sufficient, then drive gently until the engine reaches operating temperature. Sitting in traffic jams creates a similar problem. Extended idle and stop-and-go traffic produces excessive soot that your DPF can't burn off because temperatures stay low. This is why diesel cars used primarily in city traffic have far more DPF problems than those used for highway commuting. If you're stuck in predictably heavy traffic, consider alternative routes that keep you moving slowly rather than sitting stationary. A route that keeps your engine under light load, even at low speeds, produces far less soot than one where you idle for extended periods. Mistake number 3, lugging the engine at low RPMs under heavy load. You're climbing a hill or accelerating to overtake, but you stay in 5th or 6th gear, keeping RPMs below 2,000. Your diesel has plenty of torque at low RPMs, so the engine pulls through, but it sounds strained and acceleration is sluggish. This is called lugging, and it's one of the biggest soot producers in diesel engines. When you ask your engine to produce high power at low RPMs, combustion becomes inefficient. Cylinder pressures are high, but airflow is relatively low, creating a rich air-fuel mixture that doesn't burn completely. The result is massive soot production. You can produce more soot in 2 minutes of hard lugging than in 20 minutes of normal highway driving. Your turbo tries to compensate by providing more boost, but at low engine speeds, the turbo itself is operating inefficiently, unable to generate the airflow needed for complete combustion. The proper technique is to downshift before applying heavy throttle. If you need power for a hill or overtaking, drop to 4th or even 3rd gear. Let the engine rev to 2,500 to 3,500 revolutions per minute where it operates efficiently, then accelerate. At higher RPMs, your engine breathes better, the turbo operates more efficiently, combustion is more complete, and soot production drops dramatically. Yes, you'll hear your engine working, but that sound is your diesel operating in its designed power band, where combustion is cleanest and most efficient. Mistake number 4. Using poor quality or contaminated diesel fuel. Not all diesel fuel is created equal. The fuel you buy at a busy motorway service station from a major brand is fresh, clean, and properly formulated. The fuel at a quiet rural station that sells 50 liters per day might have been sitting in underground tanks for weeks, accumulating water and contaminants. Poor quality fuel affects combustion efficiency. Water contamination causes misfires and incomplete combustion. Fuel with low cetane rating takes longer to ignite, creating incomplete combustion during the delay period. Contaminated fuel can clog your injectors, creating poor spray patterns that increase soot production. The difference in soot production between premium diesel from a busy station and questionable fuel from a neglected pump can be 20 to 30%. Over thousands of kilometers, this adds up to significantly faster DPF clogging. Choose busy stations with high fuel turnover. The fuel is fresher, less likely to have water contamination, and generally higher quality. Avoid stations that look poorly maintained or have pumps that appear neglected. Using premium diesel occasionally, especially before long trips, can help. Premium formulations typically have higher cetane ratings and better additive packages that promote cleaner combustion and reduce soot production. Mistake number 5, neglecting air filter maintenance. Your diesel engine needs massive amounts of air for combustion. A clogged air filter restricts airflow, creating a rich fuel mixture that burns incompletely and produces excessive soot. Most diesel car owners follow the manufacturer's air filter replacement interval, typically every 30,000 to 50,000 kilometers. But if you drive in dusty conditions, on unpaved roads, or in areas with high air pollution, your filter can clog much faster. A partially restricted air filter might not trigger any warning lights or obvious symptoms, but it quietly increases soot production every single kilometer you drive. The engine compensates by adjusting fuel delivery, but it can't fully correct for inadequate airflow. Check your air filter every 10,000 kilometers, especially if you drive in dusty conditions. A visual inspection takes 5 minutes and costs nothing. If the filter looks dirty, replace it, regardless of the recommended interval. High-quality aftermarket filters, especially reusable performance filters, can provide better airflow than factory filters while still protecting your engine. The improved airflow translates directly into reduced soot production and better DPF health.